Next film on the list. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ah, okay. I've seen a lot of takes on Reddit, on Twitter. Some people really like this movie. I have no fucking idea why. I don't. How about you? You know what? Squeedo, you had an amazing tidbit about how you saw the movie twice, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I've seen the movie. So I watched the entire Alien franchise in the lead up to going to see Romulus in theaters. And then after that, I rewatched the franchise again after seeing Romulus. So I've seen Alien Resurrection twice in the span of a week. And I still don't remember the movie. I remember parts, very vague parts.
If I have to think about it, I'll remember some visuals.
Yeah.
That's it. So they reconstructed her, from her DNA. And then initially I'm thinking, well, she fell into a fucking hot lead vat or molten steel, either one.
Where was the DNA?
Right. And so, but then I relaxed myself and I realized that, well, maybe the blood work that she did when they initially did her diagnosis, you know what I'm saying? Like, they kept the blood, Mm-hmm. Like, you could think of, like, maybe there's a strand of hair in one of the prison cells or something, you know what I mean? Like, it makes sense. I just wish that she wasn't killed in that way, because then it makes it a lot less plausible,
Yeah.
It is what it is, but fair enough, who cares? Yeah, we got Sigourney Weaver back, right? Mm-hmm. She was crossbreeded with the Xeno, and now she's picked up a lack of emotions, and she's gotten strength from it.
Yeah. I really don't like that.
Corny, you know what I mean? Corny.
Yeah.
Just the fact that she's a clone is fucking stupid. I'm just being honest. But once again, it's an excuse to have Sigourney back. So, if they're able to make it decent, then I won't mind too much. Like, we're not mad that it's clone Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, let's see what they do with this. They didn't do much.
Yeah.
So, I think one of the greatest moments of the film is when Ron Perlman makes his entrance, and Ron Perlman, he's up on the second floor and he's making monkey noises, and he drops a knife on a quadriplegic on his leg. And, I just thought that was probably the funniest part of the film. You know what I mean? Just over here making monkey noises, and he drops a fucking knife on some guy's numb legs. And then the numb guy looks up and is like, "You son of a bitch." Yeah. Come on, man. He's like, okay, well, at least that made me chuckle a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, one of the things that I hated the most was that Sigourney Weaver, Ellen Ripley. Sorry, they're interchangeable.
Right.
Ellen Ripley has acid blood.
Yeah.
No, the fuck she doesn't. You do realize that she does not have the skeletal frame nor the skin of a Xeno. The acid would just pour right through her.
Yeah.
She still has the organic makeup of a of a human being. And they never explain that, like, oh, well, her acid blood, there's like the insulated layer of her skin is resistant or something, right?
Yeah.
No, they never mention that. So it's like, okay, I guess she has it. I guess,
Yeah.
Once again, it's like, fucking stupid. It's like something out of a bad fad fiction. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just ridiculous.
Yeah, to me, Alien Resurrection just screams like cash grab horror sequel.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Like it's like a Jason Takes Manhattan. It's like okay, well, we have a franchise, we need a movie, we need a summer blockbuster this year. What do we do? Well, let's do another Alien. That's how Resurrection feels.
Which is crazy because you can tell that, like, when it came to, like, okay, who are we going to get to write this? Okay, Josh Whedon, he's decent at writing a summer blockbuster, a comedy, action, whatever. And then we're going to get a director that has no business working with this fucking franchise. The director has made some decent stuff, but even he was surprised when he got the phone call. Like, you want me to make an Alien movie? Me.
Yeah, because, like, Alien 3 isn't good, but it had David fucking Fincher.
Yeah, and you can notice, you notice that, you know.
Yeah.
But
And
here,
it feels like the director of this is like a telenovela director.
yeah, because he is. Oh no, you know, not exactly a telenovela, whatever the fuck, but it's like the similar subject matter. You know what I mean? He's never done something like this. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It makes no fucking sense why they chose him. But all right, sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he can't turn down the bag.
Yeah.
The fact that this has a 6.2 on IMDb is crazy. Just want to point that out.
That's way too high.
That's way too high. Like a 4.5 is more like it. Just being honest. Anyway, and that's not the rating that I would give it. That's just what I think everyone would rate it collectively. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alien Resurrection for me was something special. I mean, we're going down the list of the small stuff. Let's see here. The scene where the dude was like, you know, like fucking with the alien, and like, you know, the alien was like copying him, and he tries to kiss the Xeno through the glass is criminally bad.
Yeah. It's not good.
It is ridiculously stupid. And then I put down, yeah, this is Jason X levels of parody, except it isn't intentional at all.
Except it's not a parody.
Jesus Christ. What I do like is that they signified the red button with the like, for example, the alien tried to get at him, and he notices that, okay, I need to teach you how to not do that, and he presses the red button and, you know, causes the alien pain, and then the alien no longer does it. It's like, I like that little thing to show that the alien's smart, right? Just more of that, please. We didn't get more of that.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, you're telling me that the Xenos were able to break out of the shell because it wasn't acid proof?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? That is like the first thing you should be thinking is we need to get acid proof stuff because God forbid they cut themselves in some way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's over. First of all, I like how the alien got out. You know, I was like, okay, I'm going to turn on another alien just so the acid can, you know, go over and go through. I like that. But the fact that it worked is fucking stupid. Right?
Yeah.
Because these guys have been going through generation after generation of Ripley trying to prepare, and they know about the acidic blood. They know. Yet, Ripley's chamber doesn't have acid slug reinforcement, and neither does the Xeno. It's like, what's going on? She could have broken out whenever the fuck she wanted. You know, I mean, of course she didn't want to because, you know, it's like, this is my home. I don't really need to go nowhere. Makes sense, but I'm just saying, it's like, she could have. Come on, guys. Yeah. Just the littlest of things. Please help me. Help me help you. You know what I'm saying? Help me enjoy your film. Please. Because that's when my suspension of belief completely went away. Went out the fucking window. You know? And that's my thing, right? Is the suspension of belief is important in a film that tries to ground itself within its universe. It's like there are rules. There are this, that, this. So. And when you have a researcher who's been spending the majority of his fucking time here working on the Xeno, you're telling me they didn't think the fucking prison cell or whatever cell that has the Xenos in should be acid proof? Oh, but at least you have the fucking plexiglass. Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Ridiculous, you know, and I'm supposed to take this seriously.
They put all the Xenos in the same room.
Yeah, which is another red flag. You know, it's like, are you kidding me, dude?
Wouldn't you separate them so you can experiment on them differently?
Yeah, because God forbid you need to restrain the alien. It's fucked now because you have 12 of them in there. You know what I mean? It's just stupid. It's really stupid. So now you're never going to be working with a living alien because you have 12 of them in the same 6 of them in the fucking same room. What are you doing? Have one in each room, and then have it like Alien versus Predator, the video game, was able to do this better. You know, where they were experimenting on them. It was one alien in a dark room where they would throw humans in there and they would study how the alien stalks its prey. And then at the end of the day, they would knock it out with whatever gas, and then como say it would wake up restrained. Why the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, that's the most obvious fucking way to do it. But no, we got 6 in the same room because we're edgy, bro. What the fuck? You know? Just stupid. Stupid. So let me see here. What also bothered me is the Xeno, when it escaped, it roared like it was a Jurassic Park dinosaur.
Yeah, they don't do that.
They hiss. They do that, and you can hear it. It could be loud. You know what I'm saying? But they hiss. They don't roar like a fucking T-Rex. Guys, come on. Tell me you haven't watched the original films without telling me you haven't watched the OG films. Come on, you know? I know what you're thinking. Oh, that's a little nitpick, brother. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of nitpicks.
Yeah. And they build up.
Yeah, very much so. And this is just another fucking brick in the pile of this absolute train wreck. Ridiculous.
Yeah. I'll say one positive that I enjoyed with this movie.
Go ahead.
I like that the Xenos swim. Like, we see them physically swim.
We're going to get to that. Absolutely. I agree with you. I like that. We're going to get there.
Yeah.
So, when the prisoners... Not the prisoners. Yeah, I'm thinking it's Alien 3.
Same shit.
When a bunch of the crew members are evacuating, the alien actually, como se dice, like, follows them into the escape pod and kills all of them. So, like, the captain of the ship or whatever sacrifices them. And what's crazy is there's another alien, so the alien pops up behind him and head bites him. And what is ridiculously stupid about that is he gets head bitten and he's still alive. He's like, oh shit, what happened? And he checks the back of his head and he has a piece of brain meat on his fingers, and then he turns around and gets killed. I'm like, what the fuck? This is a joke, right? This is a parody. This isn't... You know, like, come on, man. It's a complete contradiction of itself, because they're trying to make you feel something, like with that female short-haired character in Ripley. They're like trying to make you feel something, and it's trying to make this film serious. But then comedic shit like that is a complete contradiction. It's parody.
Yeah, this movie's too quippy.
Absolutely, which is
way
crazy.
Too quippy.
Which is crazy, because this is written by Josh Whedon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you think that like it wouldn't be so contradictory, but it is. It's ridiculously contradictory. And Josh Whedon's like, oh, they just took my script and they did whatever the fuck they wanted with it. And it's like, you know what, man? I don't know if I believe you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I'm just being honest. It just sounds...
I mean, I'm sure he wrote it for the movie to be one way, and the director made it a different way. But even then, it's like, your script is still bad.
Yeah, dude, it really is. And it's not Ron Perlman's fault, man. Have you seen him in Hellboy and the fucking... what? You know, and Ron Perlman, every time he came up on screen, you know what I was thinking? Is like, can we just skip to Blade 2 already? You know what I mean? Like, can we just get you into Blade 2? I want to watch that movie, right? I want to watch Blade 2 instead of this shit.
Yeah.
Have you seen Blade 2?
No, I haven't seen any of them.
The first two are cinema, and the third one's like, it's okay. That's another tier list, hey.
No, this movie has a great cast. I mean, you have Sigourney Weaver, you have Ron Perlman, you have Winona Ryder, who she's in Stranger Things and Beetlejuice. She's great. And you have Tuco from Breaking Bad,
which is crazy. Oh my god! You also have Leland Orser, who's the guy who had the chest burster in him initially. They like kind of wrestled. I like him too. You know. But once again, it's just a matter of like, okay, you have the cast, you did nothing with them. They all played stereotypes or nothing. That's it.
Yeah. And then also, like, you know, speaking of this movie feeling like Jason X, the dude that, like, he had to open the door with his breath, like, come on. That's ridiculous.
Where? When did that happen?
It was like the captain dude. Like, the door was locked, and instead of like putting a passcode or like a handprint or something, he had to like breathe on the fucking console.
Yeah, that is fucking stupid.
For the door to open. That was ridiculous.
Like, why? Yeah. He might as well put his ass on it, like in fucking Monster vs. Aliens. You know what I mean? Just that'd be better. Shit.
Yeah, he put in a code, and then he had to breathe on the thing for the door to open, and it didn't work.
Stupid.
And they lingered on that for like... God damn it.
So one of my, actually one of the best parts of the film, which, you know, it's not a crazy high, but it surprised me, was when that guy in the beginning, like, gets killed, like, he gets dragged halfway through the floor, and he gets killed completely. And then later on, the Xeno's going to chase a bunch of the group, the Xeno's going to chase the group down, but the Xeno turns back around, and is like, oh shit, there's something in the floor. And then Ripley pulls that revolver and puts it through an alien, the dead alien, and shoots the other one in the fucking face. You know? Oh no, she doesn't shoot through a dead alien. She shoots through a corpse. Either way, she shoots through something and shoots that fucking alien's head through. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, that was cool. And they immediately ruin it with, who do I have to fuck to get off this boat, bruh? And the crowd goes mild.
Yeah.
That was such a weird fucking addition to add. Who do I have to fuck to get off this boat? It's like, okay, so you're busting jokes now, apparently? Okay, sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a complete contradiction. The entire thing is trying to be serious, is trying to be scary, and it tries to be comedic. You know, it's just ridiculous. So I hated the line.
Yeah.
You know?
Same.
Put that line in another movie and I would have enjoyed it. You know?
Yeah, at least Sigourney Weaver's having fun.
Yeah, right. At least she enjoyed herself. And she got... Yeah. Oh, did I mention? Film has $70 million budget. She got paid $11 million for this film.
For her.
Damn straight. Shit.
Yeah. A good paycheck.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah, this film is rough.
I agree. I'm looking at my notes right now.
I'm looking at the movie.
So
I'm like trying to pull up scenes as you're talking about them, like you talking about Ripley putting the gun through the floor. Like I'm on that scene.
Well, now you want to go over to the scene where they're bioengineering a bunch of different Ripleys. It's like the human Xeno hybrids. And then she comes across this one fucking version of Ripley. I think it's Ripley 7. And she is just a fucking... What? I saw that and I was genuinely disgusted. I'm like, damn, that's fucking crazy. And I'm like, kill that shit. Whatever you got to do, kill it. And they pull out the flamethrower. It's like, yeah, burn it. Yeah, no one needs to see that. You get rid of it. You know, it was crazy to witness. And I liked that, like Ripley, like they hovered on it for a while. It's like, damn, this could have been me. That kind of thing, right? It's crazy and really trippy to see yourself in those kinds of scenarios and in that level of pain and whatever the fuck, you know? Imagine you being you and then having another version of you asking you to kill them. You know? Yeah. That is a crazy thing. So, yeah, I did enjoy that little bit. And what's hilarious is Ron Perlman afterwards is like, why the fuck she burn up the whole place? Waste the ammo.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good line.
Ron Perlman is not the problem here.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I don't think the cast, like, in general is.
No.
It's just what they had to work with.
Definitely. Without a shadow of a doubt, you know. Como se dice? So I did like... Let's see here. So I drew a little comparison to when Ripley was burning down that little those experiment pods. I drew a comparison with Alien 2 and how she was destroying the eggs with the fire. That shot of her backing up as she's burning shit. You know what I mean? Like, I like that little comparison. It was a wink, and I enjoyed that. You know. And then I put down in the next scene, they swim now. Swim now. See, bro, seeing the fucking Xeno get blown up with that grenade launcher was kind of hot, not gonna lie. I enjoyed that. You know?
Yeah, I really like all the underwater stuff, and I was just like, I think this is what the movie needed more of.
Yeah.
Was like unique shit like this.
Yeah, innovation. Where's that?
Yeah. And it's also worth mentioning that I think like the alien effects in this one are generally pretty good.
They're pretty decent.
It's a lot of practical, you know, Xeno work, which is good. It definitely looks better than 3.
It definitely looks better than 3, but I don't think it's on the level of 2. Or
definitely not.
Sometimes even 1. You know?
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, it's definitely not the greatest here. You know what I mean? But it's not insulting like 3 was. 3 was insulting. It's like, I see they hired the fucking interns to work on the CGI here. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. I'm sorry to whoever worked on the VFX there, but brother, y'all were not cooking. Jesus. I understand that. I understand the technology wasn't there at the time, and they were forced. It is what it is. I'm sorry, guys. I take it back. Yeah, I'm serious. It's not their fault. It was rushed.
It's not their fault, but it is.
Yeah, right. It is. Fuck them. So yeah, the Xeno, they swim now. Xeno getting killed. Dude, they killed the bad bitch right at the beginning. Bruh, come on. They killed, like, one of the only things I enjoyed to look at. They killed her right off the rip. And what's crazy is she was the one afraid to get into the water initially. You know? I was like, damn it, just, man, you know what I mean? She was fun to look at. Now I have one less thing to look at, bruh.
Yeah, right.
Damn it. You know, yeah, she had no substance. It is what it is. What can you do?
Eye candy.
What was hilarious to me, it was, first of all, I really liked how the aliens led them into an egg trap. You know, it was like that circle of eggs, and they swam up, and it was like, oh shit, we're trapped, we're fucked. It was a trap, you know, and so they have to swim back down, but the aliens are chasing after them. What is really stupid though is when the guy who you know, he ricochets bullets. Ricocheted a fucking grenade launcher round. Come on!
He ricocheted a grenade launcher round off another grenade launcher.
That is fucking wild. So yeah, he shot the round, it hit the roof, and it fucking hit the fucking eggs. You know, as you know, at this point, I'm not even too mad at it because now it's at least the film is starting to lean more into the comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least, you know. So I wasn't too mad at that. I just thought it was funny. Yeah. So yeah, he shoots the thing, and then they finally climb up. Man. And then we lead to, I think, the funniest moment of this entire film, which is crazy because there's a few. Funny in a bad way. This was meant to be like a serious moment, like, oh my god, no. And
yeah.
So the main villain. The main villain or whatever is like, oh my god, the door lock, it won't break. Give me your weapon. And it proceeds to give him the weapon. And then he's like, you're too trusting, and shoots her in the fucking chest.
Yeah.
Immediately, I'm like, oh my god, no way they just killed literally the quote-unquote, because she isn't, but quote-unquote, the heart and soul of the group. Like that. Yeah. It's like, that's how they kill her? They just shoot her in the fucking chest? You're too trusting. Bam. And then slow motion falling into the water. Fuck off. Fuck off, brother. I was dying. It was meant to be serious, and I couldn't breathe. It was so fucking funny. I had to replay it. Jesus Christ. And then, como se dice? What was crazy was that the Ricochet guy, he's climbing and he has the paralyzed guy on his back, and when he has the guy on his back, an alien, the acid the acid falls on his face, and apparently that face acid was so debilitating he no longer can climb, even though like it's not that strong in this movie, like at all. Yeah. You know, it didn't go through his cheek or anything. You know what I mean? It just scarred his face up a little bit. But apparently, he's so fucked up, he can't move. So now the paralyzed guy has to climb, right? Yeah. And so, you know, the Ricochet guy, apparently he can't move. Apparently he's not. He's just fucking dumbfounded. He's just yelling for Ron Perlman to help. So Ron Perlman does a fucking Lara Croft and... and leans back and starts shooting at the alien at the bottom of the ladder. The thing is, Ron Perlman is aiming at nothing. He's aiming at literally nothing. And 10, 12 rounds completely miss the alien by a mile. And then one headshot. Like, okay, sure, it just looked really bad. Maybe the CG department didn't get the memo. Maybe Ron Perlman didn't get the memo because the gun was not pointed at the alien at all. All right? Yeah. So, but then afterwards, Ron Perlman climbs back up, and then he sees the spider, and shoots the spider with his gun. Once again, complete contradiction, but I appreciated that one. That was stupid, you know what I mean? Yeah. I love it. And then afterwards, this is what pissed me off a little bit. Apparently, the face acid was so debilitating that the dude says fuck it and sacrifices himself because there's another Xeno, right? It's like, oh well, I'm just gonna land on him, or I guess he landed and there was an explosion. I don't know what, I don't remember, but he's had to sacrifice himself. Yeah. My thing is, the face acid was so debilitating that he can't climb, yet he's still strong enough to unbuckle himself and cut the strap. Because the alien is grabbing onto his shoe. I remember now.
Yeah.
The alien is grabbed onto his foot, and he's like, I have to unbuckle myself so I fall with the alien. And so, like, okay, you're not climbing up, you're not strong enough to turn back around and climb, but you can, you can cut the fucking strap, you can unbuckle yourself. Like, that takes a certain level of strength. But sure, whatever. Let's say he's weak enough to just cut his strap. You know what I'm thinking? Brother, just kick with your left foot. Just kick off the shoe on your right foot. What are you doing? Just kick off the shoe. Just kick off the shoe. What are you doing? It's like when a fucking zombie's trying to attack you, and you just let the zombie take your coat, and you keep running. You know what I mean? Like just do that. What are you doing? Bro self-deleted for no reason. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So once again, just pointless contradiction. And I think man, I'm really trying to find good things in this film, and it's got little cool moments, but not a lot. Not a lot. Como se dice? And then after, when they get to the top, it's like, oh, well, we're kind of fucked. The door is locked. And then the door opens, and the short-haired chick is back. It's like, oh, my God, she's back. The music is triumphant. And I put down ... like we give a fuck. The music is way too monumentous, bruh. Like, calm down. We don't care about this character at all. And then it turns out that, oh, how does she survive? She's an android. And it's like, okay, well, at least now she's a little different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I didn't care that she was an android because it didn't fucking matter. First of all, she's way too emotional to be an android. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? It's like, oh, she's an old second generation. Oh, so she's an old android and she's emotional. At least you could have said something like, oh, yeah, after the last 50 years or whatever, synthetics have become whatever, right? You know, you could make an excuse. No, they said old model. So now there's really no fucking reason why she's so emotional and sad and shit. It sounds like a script idea that was put in last second or was simply not portrayed at all in the beginning, you know? Mm-hmm. It wasn't thought about. It was just written and thrown out. It's as if it's the first draft of the script. And all the plot holes and contradictions, fuck them. It doesn't matter. We're here to make money, you know? You know? I think it's ridiculous. And what's crazy is once they found out about the android, Tuco actually became Tuco. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this bitch is an android? Bad. You know? Oh, you gotta love it. You know, I did not like the one-on-one conversation her and Sigourney had afterwards. Sigourney was like, how do you feel about being an android? Do you feel fake? Whatever. I'm like, okay, this is kind of cheesy. But one thing I wanted to point out, you can actually see the ring lights on the android's eyes when they cut to her.
Yeah?
No shit, you can see the eyes. And you know what's crazy? You don't see it on Sigourney, and you don't see it on that girl in any other shot.
Oh, I see it.
Crazy,
see it.
Right?
Yeah.
That immediately took me out. Immediately. It's like, guys, come on. It's the most obvious fucking thing not to do. You know? Jesus Christ. Maybe, and what I was thinking is like, well, maybe that's her android eyes. Maybe that. And then I saw it in Sigourney a couple times. I'm like, okay, fuck off.
Bad production.
That's it. Jesus Christ. He's like, yeah, maybe the android eyes, maybe they flash a little, you know. No, just fucking stupid design. Stupid fucking production. Jesus Christ. Let's rush this as quick as possible. Ad take. See what I'm saying? Ridiculous. I did like the when Ripley and the team, you know, they're running to the ship. Oh, we gotta get out of here! And Ripley gets dragged through the floor and falls into like a bed of alien goop and like just falls onto a queen pretty much, you know. And she molds with it, and so she gives the alien the ability to have like to birth a child. Like that's pretty cool. Yeah, I liked the idea of her falling into a vat and then her abilities being added to something else. Like I like that. What I don't like, well, first of all, I just want to point out, how absolutely batshit this was, okay? Oh my God, bro, remember that fucking scene where the main villain finally comes back and he's holding the android hostage? He was like, hey, I'm going to fucking blow her away. If you fuck with me, I'm going to blow her away. I'm like, dude, it's an android. It's an android. Wouldn't the android just say fuck you, grab your hand and crush it into a million pieces? Like it's an android. Did the script forget she's an android? This was added in last second. There's no way, right? Like, there's no way. And so, of course, she's being held hostage, and the guys are holding the fucking guns on her. And one of the guys, who I didn't even mention the scene because this is how forgettable his role is, he finally pops out the chest burster. And when the chest burster is like about to come out, he's like, oh, I gotta sacrifice myself. So he runs directly at the guy, grabs him, puts his head right where the chest burster is supposed to pop out, and the chest burster gets a double kill.
Yeah.
That is the most batshit thing I have ever seen in a fucking Alien movie, and it is literally the only reason why this film isn't a 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
When I saw that shit, I'm like, oh, we are not in Kansas anymore, bro. What the fuck? Dude, when I saw that shit, I'm like, you know what? Perhaps I was too harsh on you.
Yeah, perhaps I treated you too harshly.
Yeah, that's real. You got the line perfectly, yeah. Jesus Christ. So yeah, double kill, face hugger thing, or chase burster thing, love it.
Yeah, and then they just unload on the guy as the chest burster's just like screaming.
Yeah. yeah, they put like 12 rounds in him. Oh, man. So, and then afterwards, we finally get the xeno-human hybrid that we've all been waiting for. I do not like how the alien looks, but at least they tried something new. Goo goo gaga, whatever the fuck.
Why's he got titties?
Yeah, that's another thing. I did like that the alien was born and immediately killed the mother. I like that. A little flip on the head. I just wish the Xeno actually looked terrifying. Yeah. Does not look terrifying at all. Looks really fake. It looks like something that was practically done in the 60s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just doesn't look good. Or early 70s. It looks horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Como se dice? The entire scene was complete batshit, though. Like with with Ripley holding the alien's head and like them putting their heads together, like, "Oh, you're my son." Yeah, and then the fucking the scientist or whatever is looking is talking shit. Is like, "Oh, he thinks you're their mother and all this." I'm like, "What the fuck is going on? What is this shit?" If I had to sum this fucking movie into one word, suggestive, brother. What the fuck is going on? I'm sorry, this shit was weird. So yeah, and then finally the guy gets his head crushed. That was cool, whatever. One thing that I pointed out? Imagine thinking that the traditional human way of birthing is superior to the alien's way of birthing.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think in Aliens it seemed a lot more dire than in the first, this alien, than in this alien now? Because it's the eggs. The eggs latch on to humans, and then another one pops out, and another one pops out, another one pops out. It's literally said multiple times in the first two films that this is like the perfect way to like spread an infestation. This is the perfect way to do whatever. Imagine trading out literally the best birthing method to spread your population as fast as possible to be able to pop one bitch out, and that's it.
Yeah.
It makes literally no sense. Why is that superior? Why is that the perfect evolution? It's not.
It's really not.
Just because that one alien is tougher doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Now, you could say, oh, maybe that's how queens are birthed. When the queen is about to die, the another queen is birthed. Nah, bro, because we got Alien 3, dog.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Showed same way.
So, once again, why use this version? Oh, I know, because we need a new alien and we need shock value. So that's what we're going to do. When my suspension of disbelief is constantly being stepped on, you do not get points. It is what it is. So, the alien, the baby alien, finally gets its way on board of the escaping ship. Ripley's there too. Everyone's there. And, of course, Ripley, I guess Ripley has like a little connection with the alien in like the cargo hold. And that's because, the android was about to get killed. She has a little connection with it. And then Tuco comes out and is like, damn, what was all that? What's all this movement back there?
What's all that movement back there?
Yeah. And then they got my boy Tuco. He got his head crushed.
Yeah.
what's up with this movie and head stuff, bro? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous, bro. Everyone got their head blown up or eaten, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then, como se dice? I'm sorry. Was I the only one that was laughing his fucking ass off when the alien died at the end? Like, I'm sorry. The way he died was so fucking stupid. People are saying... I remember people saying, like, oh, I remember watching that movie and, like, the scream. It was so scary. What? Scary? What? I thought it was fucking hilarious as fuck because you got this little hole and then you get stuck through it. That's not the problem. The problem I have with it is that he looks like a fucking kid and his scream sounds like a human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna die, and all I was doing is like, this is so stupid. This is literally, this film is the most batshit film in the franchise, and this is Alien we're talking about.
Yeah.
It is so batshit that I had to give it another point because it's just so batshit, you know?
Yeah, and then like looking at the clip now, the effect of just having his guts and intestines fall out just to get sucked back in through the hole.
Yeah.
That's so wild, bro.
And then you just see like soup on the other side of the ship, bro. God damn.
Why did a nuclear bomb go off on Earth?
No, it didn't. The little thing that they... Yeah, like, I guess they ejected their cargo hold because of the opening in the window. That cargo hold, that room they were in, they ejected it. And so that room fell onto Earth and blew up like half of Earth.
That's insane.
Like, that's not what they're going to say if they ever did an Alien 5, but that's what I saw. Just like how in Alien Romulus, when they said there were pieces of the ship left. Fuck off, there's pieces of the ship. That thing got atomized. What? You know? But, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah. And so I put, damn, we blowing up Earth with this one. You know? Jesus Christ. And what's hilarious is... como se dice, while like they were like trying to land into the atmosphere or something. I don't know what it was. I think they were like about to crash into the atmosphere and like everything was really hot in the ship. And so I was like, damn, Ron Perlman turns over to the paralyzed guy and is like, oh damn, what's burning? The paralyzed guy, us. Shit, you're right. You know? God damn it, Ron. You know? It's just so stupid. This is easily the worst film in the franchise. Bar none. I feel lesser for having watched it. I told Squito this a long time ago. I do not want to watch these films because I know they're bad. I don't want to waste my time. And, you know, I wasn't wrong. I can tell you this right now, guys. If you're looking about, now that you've seen Romulus, if you're thinking about watching Alien 3, Alien 4, and Covenant, it's just any movie besides 1, 2, and Romulus.
Yeah, just don't.
Just don't. Watch a YouTube lore breakdown that sums everything out in 30 minutes, because those are way more entertaining. You know?
Yeah.
And that's the truth. You don't need to watch these films. They are a complete waste of time. Not to mention, 3 and 4 take place after Romulus, so...
Yeah. And 2.
It's just not worth your time. And 2, but 2 is great. That's the difference. Yeah. That's it. So yeah, Alien Resurrection for me is absolutely F tier.
I've heard it being called dumb fun, and like, there's some quips and stuff that work, but the movie's not fun. I didn't.
It's
have fun
not worth it. There are a couple dumb things that you could look up on YouTube in the future to show a friend. That's it. Mm-hmm. It's not worth watching the entire fucking movie. You want dumb fun? Go watch Jason X. That's dumb fun.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm a fan of Jason X.
Go watch The Happening. Go watch...
Alien Resurrection is if Jason X took itself seriously.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Like, come on, guys. Just for the love of God. Do not lower your expectations so much as Alien and or horror fans to think that this film is actually something that you enjoyed watching. Just because you enjoy a few scenes doesn't mean you enjoy the movie as a whole. Just because there are a few moments that were funny or that stand out doesn't mean that the film itself was good.
Yeah.
Those 3 to 5 minutes of actually decent film, there are still another hour and 55 minutes that you need to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And that hour and 55 is dull. When you find yourself fast forwarding through the film to get to the good bits, it's not a good movie. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not. You know, I think what it is a lot of people who look at Resurrection and think it's a decent flick is because they grew up with it, right? And they were watching it a bunch. Or is that they haven't seen this premise done better, you know? And you know, I was like, hey, I can show you a couple things that will make you look at Resurrection and think, get the fuck out of here. We don't need this, you know. That's it. Guardians is a good one. Yeah, I was watching this. I'm like, I'd rather be watching the Guardians movies right now. Not gonna lie.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. And if you want good '90s camp, The Fifth Element, brother, it's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So. All I have to say is Alien Resurrection is probably the biggest waste of 2 hours you could possibly imagine. And if you disagree, that's fair. I'm not calling you dumb. I'm not calling you anything. I'm just saying that, brother, trust me, not a lot of people agree with you. It is what it is. And if you like the film, that's cool. But I don't. And unless it's for content, will never watch this film again. That's it.
Same.
Complete waste of my time. You? Anything else?
No.
Disgraceful.